it out just by the skin of its teeth. Let's look at those three men. They just end up running through all that fire. Yeah, and they managed to make it out. I thought that was pretty ridiculous. Over here, Prussian Prince has pushed up an armored car with his heavy machine gun team, and he manages to conquer these guys down and destroy most of these guys. I believe the Wehrmacht player, though, does launch a Panzerfaust at this M8, though. But over here, we've got a pretty good push there. Right now, we are down a victory point, though, so we are starting to lose ticket marks again. And you can see my troops are getting replenished currently right now, and I've now got the airdrop anti-tank gun right there, which I will put to use soon. Let's see. Alright, so there goes Prussian Prince's armored car, not too good there. He's pushing up some more snipers, got two more of them. Either these are the same ones, these are the same ones as before actually. I'm pushing up my rifleman again. My armored car I managed to actually push back a bit. Here comes some more riflemen coming up with these guys as well. And then pretty soon I'm going to be getting a armor depot as well. And tank depot as well. It also looks like the Panzer Lead have actually put a flak bearing up here, so any infantry that wants to get through here is going to get shredded by this flak bearing. And then it looks like a motorcycle's going up. Either, I don't know what the point of that is, probably a scout, or it was going for the snipers. Yeah, it was going for the snipers. But Prussian Prince is going to get a sniper away, it seems. I think my infantry is going to end up saving it, yep. And then here comes some more half-tracks with flamethrowers on them. He's going to rush them in to try to just clear out our infantry. It's going to be pretty effective. You can see here, though, that I believe... I don't know what that flame bomb is. I know it sounds kind of weird, flame bomb. I'm not sure what to call it. But I think that's... I don't know what whose ability that is, but someone's been launching that artillery every single time someone comes in. But over here, I managed to throw, I think, one more... I think we just machine gunned this half-track to death. Now, you can see there goes another sticky bomb, and that thing's going to get blown up. And now it's going to damage the engine, and we're going to destroy it with small arms fire. There we go. Alright, so I pushed that out. We still get the 16 players. There's an MG, which I don't notice, and Prussian Prince tells me to take it, so I go, okay. So I send a squad over to take that MG, and we start setting up there. Now you notice the enemy does have a mortar half-track back here, which does do a pretty decent number on Prussian Prince's MG, which I believe he pushes back in due time. Right now what we want to do is we actually really want to destroy this healing station, mainly because it's giving the troops a lot of requisition troops. And then right here I'm actually get my armored car and I get some troops up to the top, because I realize that we're not making a push here, we're not making any grounds here, so I'm going to test my luck on the top. So my armored car is going to go across, and now over here Prussian Prince tells me he's got a Calliope, and I'm like, yes, now we can do this, we're in business. So Prussian Prince is going to use his Calliope and he's going to bombard this entire area right here, and it's going to do a huge damage on the enemy troops. And right here I've now got my tank depot, a little slow, but soon I'll be rushing out some Shermans. And you can see my armor car coming up here. Let's take a look at this Calliope damage. Let's take a look at this. Destroys the building, does a huge amount of damage on these guys, and he's still got that Calliope, which he can use later. Over here I managed to actually push my armor car behind, and I destroy this AT gun actually. Because this AT gun doesn't realize I'm here, so this armor car gets around, and then while this is happening I've got infantry flooding into the top. And then there goes the AT gun. This is where we actually managed to turn this game around. You can see here my AT gun's doing a pretty good job. Gets hit by a Panzerschreck though. I think I end up losing this M8. Or it gets away with the skin of its teeth. No, it gets away with the skin of its teeth actually. You can see it's going through the snow right here, and it ends up getting chased by this infantry half-track, which actually has a Panzerfaust in it. That's pretty smart actually. I've never seen that before. But you can see here my armor car gets out with the skin of its teeth. Oh man. And I'm going to push it behind in a moment. Right here I captured that victory point down there, and this is where the game is going to start to collapse for the enemy troops. The enemies lost their requisition point here, so they cannot heal their troops anymore. Prussian Prince got a sniper here, MG. I've got an MG back here, which will be pushed up momentarily. And then over there, that's where my M8 gets killed, actually. You can see my riflemen have been gunned to cap the top point, and then I've got more riflemen going down and engineers to go to the bottom to start to push the enemy off the south part. And then I've got a Sherman coming up, and we start to have, I'm getting supply depots now. So you can see I've got supply drops of fuel and ammo. That's one of the main reasons I wanted this, is because I saw that we had that center point down, and this fuel and ammo is really going to help me. And now here comes my first Sherman out, which I'm going to push to the front pretty soon. And then Prussian Prince's Calliope is going to do a huge amount of damage. It's going to destroy that vehicle. It's going to destroy that entire unit, just huge amounts of damage. And it's going to put a huge, look, just destroyed that entire thing, destroyed an entire unit, destroyed this, that AT gun, and destroyed that half track. I'm actually going to start capping this point, and I think I might actually, no, I steal the AT gun. And then I have these 3 troops retreat, and I start capping this point. And then up at the top here, we've managed to make a good position here. I've got the victory point. I end up pushing this rifleman squad back as soon as I notice, I believe. Or I lose it, can't remember. I think I end up losing this squad, actually. No, I get away, that's good. Okay. And now over here, we've now got a solidified position, and we have taken the center. You can see I've got an MG being set up. Prussian Prince got an MG over here. There is a, someone did just launch a flame attack on us. Some flaming barrage, so I'm going to push my troops out of that fire barrage real quick. And this MG is going to set up. We've got an AT gun, got my M4 Sherman back here, and I'm going to be getting another Sherman in a moment. Alright, so MG here, we're going to cap this munitions point. We're going to be back at the same ground as before. The enemy doesn't make a good push to the victory point for a while now, which was actually interesting. I thought they were going to make a decent push to that. Over here though, I'm replenishing my riflemen as we go, and I'm getting another Sherman out. I actually end up having a huge amount of MGs and mortars by the end of this. And Prussian Prince is letting me know that we need more infantry. And I'm like, yep, I'm building more infantry and tanks. Alright, so here goes this point right here. We're going to cap that down. Looks like the enemy's got a mortar back here. I think I end up either pushing my Sherman up. Yeah, here we go. I push my Sherman up to go attack it, because I'm getting sick of them bombarding my infantry. And then I actually don't, I realize I don't need to, because you can see Prussian Prince launches the Calliope barrage, one shot destroys that entire ship. And then over here, either, I don't know who it was from, but someone launched a mortar barrage and took out my entire infantry squad in one shot, which I was seriously raging right there, because I was like, that's bullcrap. But no matter. Rifleman squad going up here, going to capture that point. More engineers coming up. You can see Prussian Prince has now got 2 Calliopes. Those are pretty good. And what he's saying right there is definitely true. Calliopes did save us. And because of that, now I'm able to get some Shermans up. I've now got 2 upgraded with MGs, and those are going to keep back any infantry and most tanks that come by. And then I've got more troops coming up. Right here you can see that the enemy is capturing this victory point back. And Prussian Prince is pushing an AT gun up there, along with some more troops, which he'll be pushing up momentarily. You can see he launches a Calliope barrage on this position. I think he hits a few things. Yep. You can see here he's got some Panzer Grenadiers of Drakens, Dronkels, and you can see he takes out the entire unit. So perfect right there. And over here I managed to cap the victory point. We're now at a 2-to-1 standpoint, and we're going to be capturing that top one. Oh, and he got an infantry half track as well. That's pretty good. So I don't think anything's getting past here momentarily. I don't have any artillery, which is the unfortunate thing. Prussian Princess is, but I don't have my own. But that's okay. Right now I've got 2 you can see I've got my 2 Shermans. I'm building some sandbags up to give my machine gun team heavy cover, because their health is a little bit low, and I don't want to retreat them right now. We've got my infantry squads being pushed up now, and I've got this unit getting these supply drops. You can see it's giving me lots of munitions, lots of fuel. Really good. And then Prussian Prince tells me to go scout for him, and I'm going to launch a air recon on the top.
Losing ground out there.
Okay, so the enemy has got some more Panzer Grenadiers trying to cap this point back. Looks like they managed to get this victory point, so that's going to make another standstill. This game kind of turns around for us now. This is a good moment that we have. You can see Prussian Prince is now starting to get some riflemen up here, which they won't stand. Unfortunately, I guess they stand a chance against Robinson's, because I don't think Robinson actually ever upgraded his Volksgrenadiers once. Though this squad does kill Prussian Prince's infantry squad right there. That guy just took a huge hit. Now right in the center here, the enemy has a Panzer Grenadier squad with some Panzer Shreks. I managed to push up my infantry squads and my Shermans to do some heavy damage to these guys, and I take them out. And over here I'm going to keep pressing across. I'm going to capture this point and use my 2 Shermans as a holding force with that. Up here you can see I've got some airborne troops, which I'm going to use to recap this and that in a moment. And then over here I'm going to start re-solidifying this position. You can see Prussian Prince is going to start moving up there as well as soon as I get the chance. You can see the enemy's got a Panzer Support infantry half-track, and that's really going to massacre my infantry actually. I'm going to have my Sherman start shooting at them, and unluckily I make the stupid mistake of trying to take these infantry support tanks on one-on-one. This Calliope does do a pretty heavy amount of damage. It manages to kill this Panzer Grenadier squad, and it does a huge amount of damage to that Panzer infantry support tank. but my M4 Shermans still do take a massive amount of damage because these infantry support tanks are in hull down mode, whatever it's called, concentrate fire, and they still have twice the firing speed of my troops, and you can see here that they're doing a pretty decent amount of damage to my Shermans. And over here they managed to flank me with 2 units of Grenadiers. I tried to push my Sherman back to save it, but I believe, does it get saved? I think it gets saved actually, yeah. You can see here we got some more Calliope barrages coming in, destroys the main gun of that Panzer infantry support tank and destroys it. And right here, I think I managed to save my Sherman by the last second. Yep. So that Sherman gets saved, while my AT gun over here is launching some decent shots at these troops. I'm going to push it back now. And while this is happening, my infantry is getting replenished. And up here, my airborne are currently have been upgraded with some recoilless rifles, and I'm using them to secure the top. And Prussian Prince is pushed across the sniper, and he's going to be following up with more troops momentarily. Down here, I'm actually solidifying this bottom point. I don't really care about this bottom point anymore. I'm not going to be pushing across it. I've got some sandbags here and some tank traps, so nothing else is going to get past there for the moment. And then over here, I see some Fallschirmjägers, and I'm like, oh crap, that's going to be annoying. So I get my engineers to start repairing my tank, and the Fallschirmjägers are going to actually take this victory point from me. And then after I notice the Fallschirmjägers, I'm going to push my tank over, along with my engineers, to push across and kill those Fallschirmjägers real quick, because the Fallschirmjägers aren't upgraded with FG-42s yet. So you can see one tank shot right there destroyed 2 of this squad, and there comes the FG-42, but it's a little too late. So there they go, taken out. And I'm going to be repairing that tank, and pretty soon I'm going to push up some more infantry squads to recapture that position. Up here I've got my airborne recapturing these points and taking away the enemy. I actually take away this +10 fuel point, which is the enemy's only fuel point except for this 5 point across. So that does a huge amount of damage. The Calliope over here actually really keeps the enemy back away from me. You can see I've dropped another airborne squad back here, which I'm going to upgrade with recoilless rifles pretty soon. So these airborne really actually make a good holding force up here. While Prussian Prince has got a sniper to deal with any infantry, I've got his Calliopes to support against any massive units of infantry. You can see he's also got a mortar now across the river, and we are also capturing this victory point again. So over here, let's see, the enemy does have a flak bearing up here. Oh, sorry, not a flak bearing, a flak gun. And I'm going to push my airborne up here to actually attack it, and Prussian Prince and I had the same idea, but we didn't coordinate this well. So he's actually going to move his Calliope up to fire across at this flak gun, and I was like, alright, I've got airborne, let's use them. So I put up, fire up, and I start throwing satchel charges. So over here I throw a satchel charge, and then over here I'm going to throw a second one. That's going to actually destroy that flak bearing. You can see Prussian Prince's Calliope took out the last crew members, but my satchel charge is actually going to destroy the flak gun. So not too bad, there's a lot of wasted resources of the enemies. And my airborne troops are going to make it out of there alive, so not too bad. And then his infantry support tank is almost dead as well. Over here I've got my MG set up again with my AT gun and my rifleman set up in support. And at this rate